What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Leizel. So for today's video, I am keeping it cozy and we are going to be doing a fall inspired makeup look. Now, of course, I am in Australia and we are currently in spring officially, which means that it's getting pretty hot. Like right now, it's currently, let me just check real quick. All right, so according to the weather app, we are going to be having a top of 32 degrees Celsius, which is about 90 Fahrenheit. So it is getting pretty warm pretty quickly over here, and it is actually quite warm already. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty cozy and toasty already as it is, but I really wanted to sit down today and do a fall inspired makeup look for those of you guys who are up in the Northern Hemisphere. Because I know you guys are currently transitioning into fall or autumn and those cooler months of the year. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like it before you leave it, and if you're new, you know what to do. Join the crew by hitting the little red subscribe button down below, and don't forget to click the bell as well so you can stay updated with all the videos that I post. And with that being said, let's get started. So it is quite a bit earlier than I would usually film right now, and I feel like my voice is being really croaky and I'm trying to like warm it up, but it's not working, so please bear with me while we go through that. But yeah, first things first, as you guys know, I like to start off with my base, and today I'm going to be using the NYX Multi-Tasking Spray. Yes, I have been using this in a lot of my makeup tutorials lately, but that's purely for the fact that it's so easy. Like, you just spray it on and your face is primed and ready to go. That actually feels really good because it is warming up over here. Even though I am filming a full makeup tutorial today, it's really warming up over here in Australia because, as you guys know, we're going into the warmer months. So forgive me if I do complain about that in this tutorial and coming ones, but it's because I'm sitting in front of these studio lights, so it does get quite warm in this room as it is. But yeah, now that I've let that primer kind of settle into my skin for a bit, we are going to go in with foundation, and today I'll be using the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. Once again, this is something that I've been using a lot in my tutorials lately, and it's purely for the fact that it is an amazing product. I mean, it's full coverage, lasts really well on the skin, and is just an all-around great drugstore foundation. But it's also one of my foundations at the moment that really match my skin tone perfectly. I definitely need to go to the beach one of these days and get some sun so I can have a little bit more glow to my skin, because my foundations are all seemingly a little bit darker than usual. Alright, so I'm good with foundation. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and conceal, and yes, of course, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal More Than Concealer for that. This one is in the shade number 327 Cashmere, and you guys who have watched any of my other makeup tutorials lately know that this is definitely a well-loved product of mine. So just going ahead and applying that to all the usual areas that I like to conceal and highlight, and then blending it in with an airbrush concealer brush. I'm also just going to go ahead and apply whatever is left on my brush to my lids just to even them out a little. So to set that concealer in place, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. They have different shades of this, so this is the light one. So I'm firstly just applying it to my under eyes just to make sure that I set that in place really well so I don't have any creasing going on, and then I will go ahead and set the other areas of my face that I applied the concealer to as well. For the rest of my face that I have not yet set, I'm going to be using the Benefit Hello Flawless Pressed Powder. So I'm not taking much of that powder because this product does provide somewhat of coverage as well, but I'm just taking a light dusting to the areas that I have not yet set in place so that everything is nicely blended together. Alrighty, so moving on to the eyes now. Today I am in fact pulling out the Morphe 350 palette, which, if you guys know, I'm pretty sure when Morphe first came out, this was like one of their most sought after popular eyeshadow palettes that they had available. And I'm pretty sure they do have new packaging now, but of course I have just the standard basic packaging that they first had when they first released it, which is why mine looks the way that it does. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those palettes that was always perfect when it came to creating those really warm, earthy, fall vibe type of makeup looks. So that's what I'm going to be using today. So to start things off today, I am going to be taking this shadow right here as my transitional crease shade, and I'm just using a fluffy blending brush to lay that down in my crease and blend and blow it out. So just running that back and forth through my crease from inner corner to outer corner, and then building it up as I go. I'm also just taking some of it and running it along my bottom lash line as well, just blending it and smoking it out along there as I do. Next up, I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and once again taking that with a fluffy blending brush and running that through my crease, essentially in the same area that I did with that first shadow that I laid down, but I am not going to be blowing it out as far as I did. This is really purely to add depth and definition to the eye and also lay down some extra color. I feel like that color is definitely matching with my top right now, but next up I'm going to be going in with the lid shade. So for the lid shade, I'm going to kind of go a little bit darker with this one. So I'm going to be using this one right here. It's like a beautiful gold type of shade, but I feel like it's not really translating as well on camera. It's more of like an antique toned gold, like it's quite darker in tone, not like a regular gold. So I'm just going to be taking that on a flat eyeshadow shading brush and just packing that all over my lid up to the crease. So now for the outer corners of my eyes, I am going to be going into this shade right here. I feel like this is a darker version of the shadow that I applied to my crease to deepen it up a little bit. It's got that kind of same tone throughout it. So just applying that to the outer corners of my eyes and blending it into the lid shade and also the crease. And then I'm also going to take it and run it along my bottom lash line, pretty much just mimicking what I have going on the lid. Alright, so that is eyeshadows done for the most part, but I am going to go ahead and give myself a wing today. So for that, I'm going to be using the NYX Epic Ink liner. It's been a minute since I've done a winged liner, but I feel like when it comes to full makeup, winged liner is a must. Alright, so we got the wings on, and I feel like I am definitely not used to seeing myself with winged liner. It's so weird because I feel like I was definitely one of those people that did winged liner as part of my everyday makeup look back in the day, but I don't know what it is. I just feel like it doesn't suit me anymore. But anyways, now that that's on, I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara to my lower lashes. Today I'm using the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. If you're looking for a mascara that is inexpensive but does a great job at coating your lashes and making them look volumized, then this is definitely one to try. So back on to finishing off the rest of the face now. I am going in with bronzer, and today I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. This one is in the shade Ticket to Brazil. So just applying that around the perimeters of my face, on my cheekbones, and I'm also going to use it to contour my nose. You guys know that I do prefer to have a neutral toned bronzer and then use that to contour my face as well as bronze it up and add some color back into it too. So for blush today, I want to keep things warm, and I'm going into this blush palette by Revolution, and I'll be taking this shade up top here. It's like a good neutral tone blush shade, but it is warm in tone, and it does have a little bit of like a gold sheen shimmer throughout it. So just applying that lightly to the apples of my cheeks and then blending it and pulling it back towards my hairline. And then for highlighter today, I'm going to be using an oldie but a goodie. This is MAC's Soft and Gentle highlighter. I feel like this was one of the first highlighters that hit the scene that everybody was obsessed with. So I'm just going ahead and applying that to the tops of my cheekbones and just those areas where light naturally hits the face and illuminates. So like above my brows and a little down the bridge of my nose. And then I'm also going to use it as an inner corner highlight as well. So just applying a little bit of that to the inner corner of my eyes for a little bit of a pop. Onto the lips now. You guys can probably tell that lately I've been obsessed with Morphe lip products, and that's because they are super inexpensive but the quality is amazing. So yes, I'm going to be using one of their lip liners. This is their lip liner in the shade Love Bite. Their lip liners are only $4, you guys, like $4, and they have discount codes and sales all the time, so definitely would recommend checking those out. But as you guys can see, just outlining my lips with this liner. And then of course I am keeping the lips neutral and nude, so I'm taking one of their Mega Matte lipsticks in the shade Boy Toy and just applying that to my lips and blending it into the liner as I go. And then over the top I'm going in with their lip gloss in Chill, and I definitely feel like lately this lip gloss has been the perfect topper for all of my favorite nude lip combos. Then of course, last but not least, going in with a spritz of that multitasking spray to set the makeup in place, and then we are all done. So there we have it, you guys. That is the makeup look complete. I want you to comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you guys want to see more fall inspired makeup looks from me, let me know down below as well. As usual, I'm going to leave a list of everything that I used in this video in case I missed anything. But if you guys want to keep up with me on any of my social media accounts, you guys can find all of that info in the description box too. And with that being said, I hope you guys are having an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. I hope you're staying safe, looking after yourselves and looking after each other. I will talk to you guys in the comments, and I will see you all in my next video. How can one be done?